And welcome back to Janky AF and Year of the Aerostar, episode 37. Well, this will be a fun one today because not only do we get to talk about an Aerostar, but we get to have a little story time. I am wearing my Buffalo Bills t-shirt. I don't know if you can see that, drinking out of my Buffalo Bills water glass here, just by happenstance. And I get a text from my good friend Todd, and it's just a picture of an Aerostar. And I know that he's happening to be visiting Buffalo for the Bills game on Monday. Go Bills. So it's just a picture of an Aerostar, and I said, I'll put the text up here, but I'll paraphrase. I said, text of exclamation. I think I said WHA question mark exclamation point, if I'm not mistaken. What? And so then, later that day, I'm perusing, classifieds as is my wont, and I see this Aerostar for sale in Buffalo, New York. Here we have a 1988 Ford Aerostar, listed, of course, in Buffalo for just $2,200. Now, I have to tell you that one of my grand illusions in life, or perhaps goals, or perhaps achievements one day, my dream, as it were, is to own an Aerostar of every year of production. All right, so I have an 86 and I have a 93, and I promise day after tomorrow I will be in the 86 Aerostar's location, so we will film some footage with that, get you all updated. But I do not have a 1988, and it's in Buffalo. And my friend's in Buffalo already, and I have several other friends and family that live out there. The last 93 Aerostar went through Buffalo on its way home, thanks to the wonderful John from Green Schwinn, and shout out to Green Schwinn. So I text Todd, I say, what do you think we should offer? Let's turn it into a Bills, painted crazy Billsmobile 2.0, Billsmobile Aerostar. Bills Aerostar. And the wheels just start spinning. So I get a text from Todd, I think the following day. He says, I met the guy, I bought it for $1,500. So I get this text. As soon as I see it, immediately call him. He answers, and the ultimate letdown, he was just, pranking me. And I said, Todd, you can't do that. This is like when your parents wake you up in the middle of winter on a school morning and tell you it's a snow day, and just the satisfaction and pure bliss of hearing that you don't have to go to school. I mean, a snow day is one of the greatest things ever, and then being like, oh no, just kidding, you gotta go to school. So it was a good one. It was very well done, and I think my brother might have put him up to it. So, Janky, do thank you for that. So, spoiler alert, this Aerostar is still out there. Now, I have contacted some other people in Buffalo. It's the end of the painting season, and we're rushing to get stuff done. And as much as it pains me to say this, I am not of, infinite wealth. And getting this Aerostar will be something of a logistical impossibility from where I stand right now. Maybe not the most, well, I think it actually is not a terrible financial move, because I think what you could do with this Aerostar, and we'll talk about it, I think you could, if you were buying this surely as an asset, I think you could do okay. As the Aerostar appreciates, and what you could do to sort of fix it up and command a higher resale value. Combined with the rising market value of Aerostars, as we know, well documented here and well promoted here on Year of the Aerostar. So with that, maybe we should actually get into the nuts and bolts here. So if there's anyone in the Buffalo area that wants to buy this Aerostar and commission a paint job, or if you want to buy it and make a little money off of it and then self-finance it to me, like, we can talk. But I do love this Aerostar. I'm very smitten with it, and it's in Buffalo, which is very near and dear to me, so it would be a great story. So if anyone's out there, please get in touch, and I'll see what we can do. All right. Seller's description. First of all, 130,000 miles on it, automatic transmission, exterior blue. Now, I have to say very quickly that this episode 30 of Year of the Aerostar, we talked about this, which was this beautiful, pristine 1986 Aerostar. This is very similar. It's sort of like the Janky version, so it appeals to me almost more. And, it comes with the Janky discount over this one, which actually the price has gone down. A little update for you. I think the price has gone down like $1,000. It's under, 500. It's under 10 grand now, 9,900. So actually not the highest price Aerostar on the market right now. So, if anyone's out there looking at that, I digress. So very similar paint scheme we see here. Looks like the hood is a little bit different. We'll get into some of the pictures. And there's some pinstriping going on, which looks like a red pinstripe. Here looks like I guess it's probably the same, spec color-wise. And it's an 88, so you have your early style grille. Very reminiscent of that other one. And I gotta say, it's not my favorite color scheme, but I almost, in this janked up version, it kind of appeals to me a little bit more. Cool van. Starts, runs, and drives, no problem. Brand new rack and pinion, needs exhaust and some minor cosmetics. Good for work or could possibly be built out for travel. Looking for cash only, no trades. Fair enough. Very straightforward description, written very well, broken up into different paragraphs. A great listing. It hits all your bullet points, doesn't go on and on and on. But if you're interested, you have the major things out of the way. You know where you stand. Great description. And I'm not just saying that because I'm trying to, applaud the person who owns this Aerostar. But they should be applauded for, what a great van this is. Let's go through some of the pictures, shall we? All right. Back three rear quarter, rear 3/4. I saw some denting on the front bumper too, but the nice thing about these is these can be salvaged just when they're missing huge chunks out of them. Even that can all be salvaged. Just when these corners are broken off and they're just like one flat piece of bumper, that can all be salvaged using a little creativity and ingenuity. I do like the silver and blue on the hatch here, and I like all this, sun fade that always fades in certain spots. It's like when they sprayed the Aerostars, like the corners or something, this clear coat spot's always in the same spot. It's very funny to me. I do like these wheels. I actually just got a set of these wheels out that I have that I'm cleaning up to possibly paint for one of the Aerostars. That's a bit of news. And I love these came with like these dog dish hubcaps that were on a lot of Ford products. They're not on here, but they really complete the look. You have your two-tone seats, two different fabrics, two different colors with your red piping, really nice seats. You look at your power windows, and it looks like you have your, sort of trip computer heads-up display, your supercomputer here, which, so it's a fairly, I wonder if this is even an XLT. It's a fairly robust package in this Aerostar. You have power windows, obviously, so pretty good in 88, and this great giant automatic transmission shift lever. I love that it was a floor-mounted shift lever. I think that's absolutely great. One of the sort of quirks of these early automatic transmission Aerostars. Another great shot of your interior. So obviously gray is the theme, and more. Everything looks in really good shape. Your steering column covers still intact. Sometimes those are missing. On my 86 Aerostar, it's been a battle to get that thing back on too, because you have to pop the wheel off, and then you start messing with the wires, and nobody wants to touch my Aerostar's wires because they're like, well, just if they're intact, they're fine, but once you start messing with them, if they're really old, you got to like kind of totally redo the electrical system. So maybe one day down the road. So another nice shot of your interior. A little bit of wear on your seats, but not terrible, and reasonably clean in here, which I appreciate. Again, another shot of your sort of overhead display here. Very, very cool. Beautiful first generation steering wheel with your horn buttons here. I gotta say, I really like the second generation steering wheel, but this is nice just because it's so simple, very thin wheel. Looks like you have your digital gauges here. That's a kind of a cool feature of the '88 Aerostar. I think that was right when the digital gauges started to come out. Now, the interior, Bill's colors, which is nice. It looks like some, I can't tell if it's wood or some, it almost looks like a plastic composite on there. And it's all torn out, but that's fine. You know, you could build it out, like they said, as like some sort of camper vehicle. I think it'd be a great tailgating vehicle. My idea was to turn it into a Bill's tailgating vehicle with some beautiful, brightly red, white, and blue colored Bill's livery on it. Hand painted, of course, by Janky Painting. Yeah, the front, now this is so weird. It's like it's not clear coat fade. It actually looks like, maybe it is just clear coat fade. Now that I look at it, maybe it is dark blue and it's just clear coat faded, so it looks like more of like a matte black. Great, you know, bird droppings on the hood, which is just like the perfect Janky touch. Boy, really great. Look at that. I love the, you know, good pictures on this listing too. I love nice and clear and high resolution. I love this front face of the Aerostar. It's just like it's so like inviting and welcoming and futuristic, and like, boy, it's just, you know, the cars have faces, you know, and I just love the Aerostar's face. It's like cute and like very angular at the same time. It's very, very beautiful thing. Don't talk about that enough. The Aerostar, I love the head-on shot of the Aerostar. And it looks good in a wide angle and a telephoto angle. It looks totally different. The funny thing is just you realize just how low the headlights are on this car. You know, headlights were lower in general back then. Now, if they're like government regulations, they've had to be a certain height, whatever. And then because, you know, you see the angularity of the Aerostar, and you don't realize that it's kind of a tall car for how compact it is, because it's a van, you know. So you realize just in proportion, like if you split the, you know, the height of this car, it's probably right about here. And you see, so if this is your line, you see quite how far under the, you know, middle line of the height of the vehicle the lights are. It's kind of interesting. But it almost gives it like a, I don't know. And then with these stripes coming down the hood here, going right into your lights, it's just a beautiful, beautiful look. I mean, that's the thing. I'm so loath. I would love to paint like a Bill's livery on this, but I'm a little bit loath to mess with the beautiful patina that's on here. So maybe you could work with the existing thing and just, you know, dress it up somehow. Okay, now back to our front 3/4 shot. You have your non-towing style mirrors. You have some nice rain guards here, which I really like. These things, these rain guards, great invention. They really do work well. If you've ever been in a car when it's raining and you roll the windows down with these things, it's amazing how it gives you that fresh air without getting any rain in there. Big proponent of those. Nice factory roof rack here. I do not see Aerostar badging on it. Oh yeah, there you go. So it does look like it's an XLT. Looks like you have your lower, or at least XL or XLT. You have your, you know, your package badging on there. Just a great, great Aerostar. And obviously we've gone into sort of the backstory behind it from my end. So I'll make one final plea. If anyone's in the Buffalo area, or if you are indeed the owner of this car, it'd be going to a good home. I can guarantee you that. And if anyone wants to acquire this and then, you know, work something out with me, or if the seller wants to get in touch. Now, you know, we're gonna have to work something out, but but I'm interested in talking. So, and thank you for preserving this Aerostar and, you know, just keeping it on the streets. So there you have it. Go Bills, and a very special and meaningful Year of the Aerostar episode here for me today. I really, really like this Aerostar, and I just love Buffalo. And seeing an Aerostar in Buffalo is, I don't know, it just fits the vibe somehow. Underrated, you know, both very, very underrated things. So that's all I got. Thank you so much for watching Year of the Aerostar here on Janky AF, and until next time, Janky do Thanky.